Alrighty, guys, we're back for Ruthless Ketramose, and this is a Through the Omenpaths standard brew, and I'm Red Cat. Let's briefly go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked. But first things first, this is a patron suggestion, so thank you so much for the suggestion. It's gonna be a fun one. We have 3 Ketramose, the New Dawn. 3 mana, 4/4 legendary creature, rockin' Menace, Lifelink, and Indestructible. So what's the downside, right? Can't attack or block unless there are 7 or more cards in exile, which hopefully in this deck list is all too easy. But also on this card, whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from graveyards and or the battlefield during your turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Kinda sorta the main card draw in this deck list. So you have a whole bunch of things to work well with Ketramose, whether it's exile removal like Trapped in the Screen, all 4 of those making the cut, all 4 Parting Gust in here, and a couple Seam Rip too. Or we could be exiling stuff out of the opponent's hand with Intimidation Tactics, Ruthless Negotiation, all 4 negotiations making the cut. We also have all 4 Deep-Cavern Bats. We have a couple Unscrupulous Agents as well. Just a 2 mana 1/1 when it enters. Target opponent exiles a card from their hand. So a pretty simple creature, ends up being a chump blocker later on, right? We also have a couple Soul Search too. One that we don't see very often. It's a 2 mana sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card. Cool. If the card's mana value is 1 or less, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. What else do we got packed in, guys? We have Kutzil's Flanker to be able to exile target player's graveyard. That could be your graveyard too if you're just trying to get some stuff into exile. But just having the extra utility on Flanker is pretty cool. And then also having that ETB effect in a deck list with Parting Gust also works pretty well, right? Because you can always target your own creature with the Parting Gust. Don't gift the tapped fist, right? And then you get Flanker back at the end because of how the Parting Gust works there, the next end step. Okay, how about the top end? We got a couple Kaya Spirit's Justice here. Pretty neat Planeswalker. Not going to take the time to go over it right now. Hopefully we see it in some of the matches. And then some top end board wipes with a couple Deadly Cover-Ups and an Ultima making the cut as a 1-of. Now in the mana base, we have a Bleachbone Verge. We have Concealed Courtyard, Godless Shrine, all making the cut as 4-ofs. And then we have 3 Restless Fortress and 3 Multiversal Passage. That's a lot of dual land. That's a lot of mana fixing, right? Hopefully it all lines up nicely. Now, Verge is originally tapping for a black source. We are technically just leaning a little white in here, but I'm not too worried about that because we have the Godless Shrine and the Multiversal Passage and then all the other dual lands packed in. We should be fine and dandy, hopefully, right? Some honorable mentions over here. Authority of Consuls is a great way to slow down the opponents early on. Strategic Betrayal could be awesome in here. In the original suggestion, Vadmir New Blood was in here, and I can see why. There's a lot of ways to commit crimes, and then also, once it finally gets that lifelink, that could really come in handy. Shadowy Backstreet was a land I considered, and Demolition Field was another land I considered. Now, guys, it looks like I didn't do the most important thing, the cosmetics. Let me pause the recording and do that real quick. All right, that's much better. Anyways, I do my dandiest to save the more in-depth discussion for the end of the video, so look forward to that. In the meantime, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked, see how we do. Okay, we'll see if we can get right into that first game. In the meantime, what am I expecting from the build? I'm expecting a little bit, honestly. I think we have a lot of interaction. Excuse me, guys, losing my voice here. At the beginning of the video, no, not like this. All right, we go first. That's awesome news. Nothing wrong with this. Guess we can start with Godless Shrine, easy peasy. And give me 1 second, guys. I gotta pause the recording again. Okay, so the opponent played a Hemosimic Might. Nice. That's not a terrible target to go ahead and exile. We keep the Parting Gust open. That is instant speed. There we go. Soul Search is also pretty good here, though. Yeah, you know what? I'll go for the Soul Search. I don't think we'll die next turn. No, they would need something incredibly fancy, wouldn't they? So there's another Might here. We could generate a 1/1 Spirit. Paw Patch Recruit is very powerful too. Surrak. Holy cow, dude. Holy cow. The Ouroboros. What a hand, opponent. Now, they only got 2 mana, but as soon as they draw their third, we're in danger, dude. I think it's Pod Patch Recruit, actually. I hope that's okay. So the second might does come down. It boosts the first, but I'll take that trade all day. I mean, what could they have drawn to save it? Nice. Yeah, I mean, that trade was just incredible for us. So Trapped in the Screen is one that we probably want to save for their 3 drops. For the Surok, it wouldn't be terrible to try the Flanker instead. Let's see what they end up doing. Let's save the Trapped in the Screen. We have Parting Gust open with the Kutzil's Flanker. They do find their 3rd mana here. They actually go for the Sentinel. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So if we drop the Flanker, we could block the Might, I suppose. Next turn, we'll have the 4th on the board. We're 1 away from the Ultima. I don't know if that's actually... I don't know if this is worth it for the block, but I'll start by seeing what's on top here. Deadly Cover-Up, Seam Rip. Okay, with the Seam Rip, we're still a mana short from the Deadly Cover-Up, but we could still draw it in case. Nah, I'll send it. I'll send it. We'll look for something else. So the Seam Rip can pick up the Might. The Trapped in the Screen can pick up the Sentinel. We'll still have Parting Gust when it comes time for their other goodies. And Ultima's still chilling too. Okay. Yeah, so in this scenario, I won't block then. And keep the Flanker around for a couple turns, or potentially for a better block in its future. Now with the Seam Rip picking up the Might, we could keep the Parting Gust open and just try the Trapped in Screen another time. But I think that it's also just fine to go Trapped in Screen now, so we can get a swing with the Flanker. See what we can get done here. They got 2 cards in hand we don't know about. The Surok comes down. Nice. Okay. And we do find the 5th. So Emergency Ultima is available. Now, if we go for the swing, I think that we'd be the ones on the clock a little sooner. We can get this down tapped successfully. But then again, Parting Gust still open. Okay. I really didn't want them to draw on the Surok, though. So maybe I should have kept the blocker. At the same time, they could easily have like a hard-hitting question or something too. Frenzied Bailiff. Nice. Okay. Okay. Demon coming through here. I suppose we should probably take care of Surok. Because do we really want to Ultima next turn? Look at card draw if we do Parting Gust now. I guess we could let this happen. Okay, I'll let it happen. Then we'll save the Parting Gust for the Ouroboros. That way they get less card draw. And the, yeah, this should be fine. Depending on the map token, let's see what they see here. They see a Royal Treatment on top. Okay, so that's a little bit of a problem for the Parting Gust then. No, they send it. They might already have one in hand, or it might just be that they're looking for more bailiffs or more ways to push this damage through before too late, right? So holding on to the Parting Gust. I've got to swing for 3. Restless Fortress is actually fantastic here, man. Okay. I hope I made the right decision, huh? Let's do it. But yeah, getting around the card draw and everything. Yeah, hopefully that's fine. Oh, Deep-Cavern Bat's really good. Also, we could just swing with the Restless Fortress and probably be pretty happy about that until they find their 4th. Nah, I'll peer into their hands. Slow and steady, right? Slow and steady. I suppose. Let's see what they got here. Something at instant speed. Tifa's Limit Break. Double Ouroboros, guys. Holy cow. I like that. I like that boost spell a lot. I think we take one of the Ouroboros, I suppose. I think I might regret sending that Deadly Cover up, huh? One short from the swing on the Fortress, but at least we get to keep the Parting Gust open, which is pretty good. For some reason, guys, I was thinking Ultima Exiles. Okay, Ouroboros. Nice. Have a fishy. Have a fish instead. That's good. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to start going for the swings then. We're still like, it's anyone's game for sure. Seeing everything that's been in the opponent's deck list. I'll play this, and we'll play it out as a white source. Yeah, right now, if we see Ketramose, we still wouldn't have the Ketramose powered up. There's only 6 things in Exile. They see their 3rd Ouroboros, guys. And again, it's like I said, it's anyone's game. Seam Rip's pretty good, but it doesn't pick up the Ouroboros, unfortunately. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, we're in danger. For real. So they don't have trample on the board. So if they double target creatures' power and toughness with these, right? Hold on, opponent, I'm thinking. Ouroboros goes up to 4. Then it would boost the fishy by 4, and then it would boost itself by 4, right? So that's 6, 14 damage on the board. So no matter what, we got to Seam Rip one of these. And then I don't think we'd win on a backswing, but we get some life gain here too. Yeah, because we're not doing enough with the block on the ground too. They go down to 4. And we'd actually need to get all the damage through next turn. So they would need to have no chump blockers available. Luckily, though, they didn't go for the limit break boost on the Ouroboros, but we will die next turn. Hey, that's a blocker. No matter what, Restless Fortress would die on the ground. Oh, dear, guys. Oh, dear. That 3rd Ouroboros. That had to be one of the worst case scenarios for us, right? Probably. So if we keep 2 chump blockers, these tramplers will most likely... Actually, they just got rid of the limit break. I wonder if they have another one then. Because again, if they doubled Ouroboros' power and gave all that extra trample... So with only 1 blocker here... I suppose it's going to get through anyways, unless I choose to chump with the Fortress. So I'm going to do the fun thing, guys. I like attacking with my creatures. I'm pretty sure the opponent has it regardless with that Ouroboros boost next turn. So getting them down to 1, so close. Did I miss a damage somewhere in this match? That's very possible. They had a Frenzied Bailiff in hand as well. Wow. Yeah, so it was definitely worth swinging there, because we would have been super duper dead. It was a good one, guys. We showcased a little bit. We showcased our control side a lot. And as you can see, it really, really could have come down to me. Getting them down to 1 is no joke, but then also, there's the deadly cover-up I sent earlier, just chilling at the bottom of the deck list. I could have easily kept that on top, and that could have been a different game. Yeah, we had a lot of interaction with the opponent's hand, and we kept their hand relatively drained while picking up all their important key creatures and everything. That was good. I liked that. Let's keep the ball rolling. Now with Ketramose deck lists, the most important thing is seeing Ketramose too. That would also help a little bit, right? But hey, Kaya. Nice. We have to see Kaya today, too. 2 mana. Okay. Yeah. Here, we keep this. Hello, opponent. Hi. Authority of Consoles. Okay. Another Restless Fortress. We could get that down tapped and not worry. We could also seam rip the Authority. We don't really know what we're up against yet. It's not a terrible one to pick up. I think we'd rather take 2 here into the opponent's hand. See exactly what we're dealing with here. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, so with Case and Sanctifier in hand, I suppose it's the Pride Mate. If they didn't have Case, I think I would take Sanctifier, because there would be a chance that they'd miss some other life gain. Let's get Pride Mate underneath this, but that's going to be a lot of life gain. So they can play the Case first, then the Sanctifier. A pretty solid turn 2. We'll still pick up the Sanctifier with the Seam Rip anyways. We also could have done that to the Ajani though. They're actually just doubling down on Case of the Uneaten Feast, guys, which gives us an opportunity here with the second Deep-Cavern Bat. Is exactly what I'm going to do. See what they got here. Yep, double planes. Sanctifier is under the bat. Nice. We have a good chance now. And then Ultima. In case of emergency. So unfortunately, Seam Rip does not pick up the Enduring Innocence. Another Deep-Cavern Bat isn't bad. I think I'm just going to keep the Flanker open. It's not a terrible trade into Innocence. It comes back as an enchantment though. Even so. Saving the Bat back isn't the greatest either, is it? Alright, let's go for the swing. Let's keep the Kutzil's Flanker open. Oh, we won't be able to block, guys. The Authority of Consoles. Well, I'll still keep it open, though. Yeah, we might do... So they play their 4th mana. They go for the swing. Okay. Nothing else from the opponent. Let's see what we do here. Probably Scry, then. Nothing in the graves. No creatures have left. Definitely the best thing. So we keep the 4th on top. Do we keep the 2nd Kaya, I wonder? Could be good. If the first Kaya takes pressure off of our face. I'm just going to say 1. 1 Kaya is fine. That should be good. Alright. Some pretty good lineup here. On the board, too. Yeah, Kaya can still take some pressure off of our face, honestly. And the Spirit is pretty good too. And the Surveil's good. Actually, there's just like, there's so much on Kaya. I think I'm going to start with the Surveil before I go for the full swing. So, 5th mana and Parting Gust. Perfect. Nice. Actually, we could get the Exile rolling by sending the Verge, but I don't mind the 5th either. I'll send it though. We got majority mana in the deck list anyways. That's fine. We get the Exile ball rolling here. Totally worth the full swing. Get them back down to 19 here. And Kaya at 5 loyalty is kind of no joke. If they were saving us Sheltered by Ghost, though. Now might be the time to... Okay, they do swing at the Kaya, so no Sheltered by Ghost. Parting Gust, we keep that open for their turn, and we can actually start then with the Deep-Cavern Bat. We can also go Spirit Token on the Kaya. Like, we're kind of sitting pretty over here, guys. We got a lot of options. It's gonna be battle menu, get a knight on the board. Nice. I like that addition, opponent, a lot. Really nice, because they get some card draw here too. It's a great way to potentially draw on your turn off of Innocence and draw on the opponent's turn. Okay, they also get some life gain on the Authority, of course, but let's see what they got in hand. Oh, there's the Sheltered by Ghost, huh? So what we could do is we could actually take the Elspeth, which is also a pretty neat addition here. So it's not your traditional mono-white aggro. They're kind of leaning mid-range. So we could keep Parting Gust open for whatever they slam the Sheltered by Ghost on. That seems pretty good to me. As long as they don't top deck Protection or something. Yeah, let's do it. Now the question is, so 2 mana open. I guess I'm gonna go Surveil again on the Kaya. Ketramose, hi. You know what? Maybe I should keep the 5th underneath here. Ketramose isn't ready to power up. I'll get the 5th now for next turn. And then we can exile battle menu, one step closer to the Ketramose, right? And then I suppose, well, number 1 will swing in the air. I suppose that ends up being an all-right trade for us, right? They full swing at Kaya. We still got that Parting Gust that they're probably going to try the Sheltered by Ghost before the swing too, so. Back down to 19. We're up to 25 here. All right. Yeah, dude, the deck list is performing a little bit, isn't it? So there's the Sheltered by Ghost. Oh, it's non-token. Oh, bro. Oh, oh no. Oh no, what have I done? Nice, okay. Right, we still have the Exile on the Enduring Innocence, which is pretty good, but I should have put the, let's see what they target here. Looks like they want that Elspeth back. Oh. We could Parting Gust the Deep-Cavern Bat, but I'm pretty sure we're going to exile that Innocence this turn. It's a good target for sure. Oh my goodness, be careful guys. Parting Gust is non-token. Scary, scary. Oh, there we go, there we go. Alright. So they top decked the second Sheltered by Ghost. That ended up working out pretty nicely. Since they got a fishy, they did get some card draw, unfortunately. Kaya goes down to 2. Both of the cases are solved now. So they can sack those to recast creatures, but that's not happening right now. So Ultima still just chilling. We have the center tapped. We can Seam Rip the Knight, right? Because this one's not non-token, right? I hope by now. So we can also just take the Sheltered by Ghost if we didn't want to pay the ward 2, but we gladly pay the ward 2 here. Take the token. That way the Sheltered by Ghost goes to the grave. Let's see what they got in hand now. They go back up to 25. Enduring Innocence. Wow, I mean both of these are fantastic hits, but we should probably take the Enduring Innocence since they don't have their 5th yet anyways, right? And we're gonna go Spirit here actually. No, we're one short from the Ketramose actually powering up. But every time we get a Spirit, they're just gonna gain anyways. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Back down to 21. We're up to 27. See if they do find their 5th. Oh no. Right, I mean it was either that or they'd have Enduring Innocence to start restocking their hand too. We can take care of this Elspeth pretty easily. We're gonna let the Kaya... no, they are gonna swing at Kaya, actually.
I don't back down so easily.
So, we do have a power-up on the Restless Fortress, if that's what we want. We got 3 in the air at the Elspeth. No, 4 in the air at the Elspeth. I mean, I suppose Ketramose comes down, because the Ultima wouldn't be that great, would it? And we got some tough decisions for real. Okay, we probably don't need more mana right now, right? So we can send both of those successfully. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for, but... Let's see what we draw here. We still got 2 open. A Deadly Cover-Up's pretty good too. So this flanker on the ground gets blocked by these soldiers so easily. Then they got +1, more soldiers on the ground. Maybe we can protect Kaya, but I'm pretty sure Kaya's finally gonna bite the dust here. Okay. I might keep Flanker around just in case. They got the 0 ability on the Elspeth too. Second Authority of Consuls is actually brutal stuff. Looks like they finally want to take care of that Kaya, and then they can actually go 2 to face too. But they're actually going to hold back, guys. Wow. So we have Ketramose here. Soul Search, not the best. Does I have the -2 on the Kaya, but that is also not the best. Maybe we power up Restless Fortress for the turn. So here's how we do this, right? Here's how we do this. We go Ketramose to the Elspeth, because it has Menace and everything. Have to double block. And then we do Flanker to the Elspeth. It's like this, right? And we keep the Deep-Cavern Bats. So it's like, it's everything to Elspeth except the Deep-Cavern Bats. Because then it dies regardless. Regardless of their 3 blockers. Okay, thank goodness. Elspeth had to go. And then what we can do to keep Kaya around is actually +2 because it'll have 6 loyalty. And Parting Gust is really good. We can send the land, keep the Parting Gust on top. I suppose exile the Elspeth, draw the Parting Gust. That's really cool. Yeah, this is one of those ones where it's kind of a brain melter. We've gone so far in. So no blocks. Kaya can go down to 2.
Hands off the evidence.
We got 6 on the board. They actually saw mana off the top. The Intimidation Tactics, we can actually cycle that out, but I think it's much better to go for a really healthy full swing here. Seems pretty good. And I think we might want to get a Spirit on the Kaya since we're kind of saying Kaya's a goner. They're going to gain 2 from the Spirit though. I suppose maybe I should have kept 1 blocker back. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, but we'll still do the +2 on Kaya. Second Ketramose could come in handy. I'm actually going to send both of these, though. Again, I don't really know what I'm looking for. Get some card draw. Yeah, maybe I should have just kept the second Ketramose, actually, because they could find another Sheltered by Ghost. They've only seen 2 so far. But then we do have removal for whatever they find. Okay, they go back up to 19 here, guys. A full swing at the Kaya, finally. Finally takes care of Kaya. So again, maybe I should have kept Ketramose as a blocker to keep Kaya on the board, because that was a lot of extra value. We do get some card draw from the Halia too. So Parting Gust on the Halia is good, but they're going to gain a lot from that as well. Could start with the Soul Search, I suppose, or the Intimidation Tactics for that matter. I suppose it's actually Soul Search, though. See what they drew. Elspeth Stormslayer. No, thank you. Not dealing with that again, right? So we do have the cycle on the Intimidation Tactics or Parting Gust for the turn. So I suppose it's going to be Parting Gust before it's before anything else happens, and they do get some life gain, unfortunately. This is a rough game, man. There's a lot to think about, and at some point after turn 4, I have no idea what's going on, so... Yeah, the fish comes in first, so they even got life gain on the Halia, too. Bleachbone. I suppose we can just get the passage down tapped, then? Because nothing else. Nice deck. Thank you. Thank you, opponent. Yeah, it was a patron suggestion. All right, let's see what they do. We're at 48, guys. It's still leaning towards us, but good game, opponent. Good game. It really was, yeah. Yeah, without an answer for the Ketramose. Number one, I really should have kept that second Ketramose on top, just in case they did find a Sheltered by Ghost, right? The board wipes, like, you'd think it would come in handy versus a deck list like that, but we were able to just really control quite efficiently. Guys, we're 30 minutes in. Holy cow, we're going to try one more. And while I have you here towards the end of the video, make sure you check out that description where we do have that Discord link as well as that Patreon link too, if you're interested in joining either of those up or supporting the channel that way. One of the main reasons, of course, to join that Patreon is, well, you're looking at it, right? The patron suggestions. Now, I never completely net deck. I'll always change a little bit of something. But yeah, that's definitely one of the main reasons outside of just supporting the channel. Opponent goes first. I think we can try this successfully. If we call white on passage, that's probably fine. Yep, we keep this. And also, guys, for the YouTube side of things, if you like the video, make sure you actually drop it a like. If you enjoy the channel, then consider subscribing because it really does help out the channel. So thank you guys. So we won't have Parting Gust on 2 if we start with Intimidation Tactics on 1. Oh, wait. What am I saying? That's a Courtyard, dude. Yeah. Heck yeah. Let's do this. Oh, crap. That's a lot of goodies, huh? The double Voice of Victory is brutal. It's got to be Sephiroth, though. They only got 2 mana. It's got to be Sephiroth, dude. That card's a menace. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, and they'll probably find their third on time as well. Okay, Voice of Victory. Call untapped white source Parting Gust not open. We'd have to do it now. Ultima's gonna come in handy this game for sure, dude. And then hopefully Flanker will as well. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let's take care of one voice, because it's definitely a problem card. Have a fishy opponent. There you go, buddy. And then we'll have Flanker open without taking the damage from the passage. And then hopefully we see our 5th on time, because we're going to be in danger. We do find the 5th on time, but a couple turns of taking damage from the land. No, probably just one turn. Probably 5th turn of taking damage. So Flanker's Flash doesn't work with Voice of Victory, so we want to do it now, and we're going to go life gain. Deadly Cover-Up, right, so that's also pretty good. Both of these are great, I'd say. For next turn, for turn 4, we could take 2, play Flanker and Negotiation, and then draw Deadly Cover-Up because multiple board wipes versus a deck list that has Raised the Past is actually really good. I think this is fine. 2 on top. Opponent has 3 cards we don't know about. 1 card we don't know about. Wow, they go for the swing with Voice of Victory. I'll take that block all day, and that's how you know. That's how you know it's a Raise the Past deck list, right? Go down to 12 here. Maybe I shouldn't take the damage for the Negotiation. Yeah, going down to 10, the Blood Witch was really good. But now we can flash in the other flanker too. We have them exile from hand. Going down to 8 is super sketchy. Flanker can gain us a little bit. Might want to exile the yard though instead. Alright. I'm not going to take the damage here. Let's get the Godless Shrine down, because we'll probably have to take the damage for the Ultima on time, right? We have Flanker open. Double check their board, make sure there's no more Voice of Victories, right? Alright. Umbral Collar Zealot. That's pretty scary. We'll block the Blood Witch. Do we go life gain or do we exile that voice from the yard? I think both's pretty good here. I'm gonna go life gain. no proof that they'll have their 4th in time anyways. Gonna sacrifice the breaker before blocks, actually. That might have saved us 1 damage here. I'm gonna send the other Ruthless Negotiation. They got 2 cards in hand, though. If we survive the board state... How do I want to do that? I don't know how I want to do that. I think we're still going to wipe the board next turn, and then multiple board wipes is probably necessary. So I'm just going to send the Ruthless Negotiation, even though I do like the double in hand. Yeah, then we block the Blood Witch. Yeah, so before, I mean, I guess if they really want to, they can get more damage through with the Blood Witch, but also they'd want to sacrifice the one that wasn't attacking, right? So that's a little confusing, I guess. Yeah, sacrifice deck lists. The ordering can be rough. I might be missing something there too. Actually pay for the Multiversal Passage, guys. And I suppose we do the same. And I think what I'm actually going to do is Deadly Cover-Up too. And probably rip the Voice of Victory. No, probably Blood Witch. That's probably deadlier. You can call Flack on this, pay the 2. Deadly Cover-Up. And then we can do... How much do we need for this? Just the 6. So both flankers works. Totally fine. I guess we could exile everything. Get 1 step closer to Ketramose, right? Yeah, might as well. Let's hit that Blood Witch out of the grave. Because if they do find the Raise the Past, which is in their hand as we speak, oh crap, man. Oh crap. Right. Well, honestly, thank goodness we hit the Blood Witch, but now it's only a matter of time, I suppose. Well, no. No, Ultima in hand. Now that we took the Blood Witch, when their creatures will die, we won't take the damage. So the Ultima will really pay off here. I wouldn't mind mana off the top for Ruthless Negotiation, too. That just ends up working out in our favor, them sacrificing it now. Because then they won't have the 1/1 after we do wipe the board. They don't care anyways. They want that Surveil. Stock up the yard, I suppose. Forsaken Miner's actually pretty good. We do end up finding the mana too, so we can go Ruthless Negotiation, get that card out of their hand. Yeah, but the problem is, like, we've really fizzled out. We've used all of our resources to get to this point. It was a Snarling Gorehound. Nice. And then Ultima. It's a 2-for-1. We could wait. No, we shouldn't. We're at 7. We're at 7. Take the 2-for-1 while we have it. They do have 1 more Surveil here on the Zealot. See if they keep it on top. They do not. Hopefully they miss the second Raise the Past, guys. It's gonna be mana. Alright. Trapped in Screen. Let's get some card draw on the Ruthless Negotiation, even though it's not doing anything. This is where that Restless land would really come in handy, right? Terminus of Return. Okay. That's fine, I suppose. Raise the Past number 2. Opponent. Rude. Nice. Nice. Maybe we could find our 3rd board wipe here. They're immediately going into the Zealot, too. I guess to restock the yard. I guess, right? And also the Surveil, of course, too. Wow. Deadly Cover-Up off the top, guys, is kind of crazy, right? That's kind of crazy. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, we don't have the Exile on the Deadly Cover-Up, but still, it's a 3-for-1. Yeah, it's still worth it, isn't it? It's too bad we don't have the Exile. because that really would have helped as well. Now we just gotta hope that they miss. Raise the past number 3. No. No. Opponent. Not like this, bro. Not like this. If we didn't do the cover up, right? If we didn't, then they would have just held the Raise the Past in hand anyways, because they still had a fantastic board. So that's all of our board wipes, guys. 3 Raise the Past out of the opponent's deck list. Again, a little surprised that they're going through the motions of the Zealot right now, but I guess they really, really want the Surveil, huh? Deep-Cavern Bat. All right, so number 1, Zealot's a great target for the Trapped in the Screen, but it's probably Voice. What's that sound? Is that sound coming from the game? What the heck is that sound, guys? Wait a second, wait a second. Did the sound bug out, or am I crazy? Has that always been a sound? What is that? What is that? I want to turn that down a little bit, actually. Right, so we could take 5, I suppose. I think we're in significant danger here regardless, guys. The triple Raise the Past and whatnot was a little bit too much for us to deal with. So we actually, with this being a tapped land, we don't have the harness ability here. And it wouldn't really matter anyways, as they would have lethal on the board. So unfortunately, that's it. Let's get the swing with the Deep-Cavern Bat. Yeah, that really, really could have gone either way. We definitely fizzled out there. And another one where if we would have seen Ketramose, maybe this would have been a different game, as it was all too easy for us to get the Exile. Good game, opponent. Did I drop it? I forget. I forget right now. Guys, we're 42 minutes in. Let's go talk about this deck list. I had a lot of fun with this one. Cool stuff. Yeah, with Ketramose, they're kind of like combo deck lists, but then you have to, you know, with how combo works right now in Standard 2, with Standard being so brutal, you got to survive somehow long enough to see the combo. And in a deck list like this, maybe some more card draw could really come in handy. I really like the split of everything. I really like Ruthless Negotiation in here. I like the Terminus as a one-of too. There's going to be some turn 2s where you get Terminus down and drop a Intimidation Tactics or Negotiation, right? So that could look like turn 1 Negotiation, turn 2 Terminus, you're ramping, and then play either a Tactics or another Negotiation from your hand. That could be really brutal. Also, if that was the lineup, you'd probably want to start with Intimidation Tactics to see what's in the opponent's hand and actually pick something out of it. Even so, I like Terminus as a one-of. It's a nice little ramp piece. There might even be some games where you literally have to wipe the board on your turn 4 no matter what, and all of our board wipes are turn 5. So Terminus could potentially get you there, but hopefully it doesn't come down to that, because we have a lot of great spot removal too. Trapped in the Screen hits pretty much everything you want it to hit: enchantments, artifacts, or creatures, right? But it has the ward too as well. Now you could choose like the enchantment spot removal that hits non-land permanents if you're running into a lot of planeswalker issues, but that ward too is going to come in handy way more often than you would ever expect. So I like this pick a lot. It's really neat. Now, Parting Gust, non-token creature. Right. Right. It doesn't matter how many times I'll read it. I'll still probably make that mistake again in the future, right? Oh, man. That Seam Rip does hit non-land permanents, but the mana value has to be 2 or less. It's actually just fantastic removal, and it's very hard to think of a scenario or a deck list that this just misses in, right? That's also a similar concept to the Intimidation Tactics. Even control deck lists have artifact and creatures that you're going to want to hit with this. Like Meringue River Region on the top end is a fantastic one to hit with Intimidation Tactics. Kaya, what a little MVP. Awesome stuff. Really, really put in the work, especially once we got the Ketramose on the board. You got the +2, and now you're surveilling 2, drawing on the Ketramose when you exile something from the yard too. Really, really neat stuff today, guys. So why not just 3 deadly cover-ups? Well, Ultima also hits artifacts, and that's going to matter when you see the artifact-heavy deck lists like the synthesizer builds and whatnot too. The mana base felt fine and dandy, and you guys can see in those matches why we actually have 3 Restless Fortress. Don't care too much that it's a tapped land. What we really care about is the fact that you can fizzle out in that mid-game very fast if you miss the Ketramose especially, right? And if you do fizzle out, at that point, hopefully your opponent fizzled out too, and you can start swinging with the Fortress, and then that extra life gain just 2-3 turns in a row pulls you far enough ahead to actually see what you need to see off the top too. So I like all the ETB abilities here too with the Parting Gust, where you can potentially target your own creatures, and then don't gift the fish. Now, actually, guys, you can't gift the fish to yourself anyways, right? You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast this spell. Okay. But I guess if you target your own creature, you can still gift the fish to the opponent, and then your creature just won't come back, right? So yeah, don't gift the fish if you plan on using it on like a flanker or something. And then also, guys, it does say the next end step, so you don't want to wait till the actual end step to do that. I guess there could be some moments where you'd want to do that actually, right? You could Parting Gust at the opponent's end step a Ketramose, and then the Ketramose won't come back until the beginning of the next end step, which would be your end step now. So on your main phase 1 or 2, you could drop, well, never mind, Ketramose isn't affected by these board wipes anyways, because they see destroy, and Ketramose has indestructible, but you could do that with another creature that you want to keep around, I suppose, too. There's also some shuffling around that you could do with Deep-Cavern Bats. If you took something early on for a good tempo play, and you want to pick something else out of the opponent's hand, I guess you could Parting Gust a Deep-Cavern Bat too, but it's not like the greatest target. And then also having Bat on the board, where later on there's a potential board wipe looming on the horizon, isn't like the best, but usually Deep-Cavern Bat does its job by then, and usually the opponent deals with the Deep-Cavern Bats. And when I say does its job by then, you know, you got to just disrupt their turn 3 or whatever else it's doing. Whenever it actually comes down, disrupt something or take something and then force them to discard the other thing type, right? We're just kind of messing with the opponent's hand, and then hopefully the bat has done its job by the time it's time to actually board wipe too. Or maybe you can actually board wipe, the opponent gets the card back, but then you can just Ruthless Negotiation or rip it out of the hand with a Soul Search. At that point, that's a lot of mana on the board. But still, we got 24 total mana in here. I think that's about right. We're heavily leaning over the 2 drops here. As you can see, it's a 2.5 average. It's relatively expensive, especially when you really need to see your 3 on 3, but 24 mana is more than enough to see your 3rd mana on time. So 25 could be considered if we had even more board wipes on the top end, like if we opted for all 4 deadly cover-ups or something, right? So really liked the split here, guys. This was awesome. I enjoyed this a lot. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. How about the, I guess real quick, the Bleachbone Verge didn't hold us up. So if we look at it like this and we're just tapping the Verge for a black source initially, then we're leaning into the black sources, but a lot of turn 1s might look like Verge and then Negotiation, and you just drop a passage, play it as a plains. That immediately powers up the Verge for the plains anyways, and you'll already have Parting Gust. So I don't think the 4 Verge held that up at all. Everything that powers up the Verge in here is actually right here. That's 13 lands that power up the Verge. And maybe keep your eye on the Bleachbone Verge. Also, guys, go ahead and put it on the Do Not Craft list. The next set is right around the corner. And this one was pretty expensive too. But if you already have all the cards, this could be a really fun one to try out. If you're looking for some serious fun before the next set. But yeah, only if you already have it. Here's the split of rares and mythics. It's actually not that bad. I guess the mana base is really the worst part of it, which you could always do some substitutions in the mana base too. It's really not. We got a huge chunk of uncommons. We only got 7 rares in here, 6 mythics. Huh. Yeah. So if you already have all the cards, give it a shot. Get back to me. Let me know how it does. And then also, you could base this one on your collection pretty successfully too. For example, if you only have one Kaya, you don't got to craft the other Kaya. Just play the one, go up something, I don't know, more removal probably wouldn't hurt anything, honestly. So Exile removal at that point. The end could be pretty cool in here for sure. All right, guys, enough rambling, huh? If you made it this far into the video, for real, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.